I'm a therapist over at Atlanta Couple Therapy, and after couples work with me, they are able to communicate more effectively, stop the cycle of arguing all the time, and improve intimacy both inside and outside of the bedroom. So, today, guys, I am coming in to talk about 5-year plans. So, lately, I've been working with a lot of couples on creating their plan for their future. Sometimes, when couples come to counseling, they're not very clear about where it is that they want to go, what they want to accomplish, their joint goals, the things that they want to achieve, or even sometimes where they're going. No worries when couples come to me and aren't really sure. We just really work very diligently to kind of figure out what it is that they want to feel and how they want their lives to go. A lot of times when we don't have a plan, life just kind of happens and we're just going through the motions. But when we do have a plan, we're able to create a reality that we never imagined. So I'll give couples a lot of times an activity to create a 5-year plan. They create them separately and individually, and then they come together to really discuss. And it's such a great activity because couples are oftentimes very excited about the things that they have agreed to, like, oh my gosh, I wanted this on my plan as well. And then oftentimes they are educated and enlightened on the things that their partner has been wanting to accomplish individually or accomplish for their family that they had no idea about. You'd be surprised, guys, how many couples really don't talk about this. And so today I wanted to provide couples out there who may not even have a 5-year plan or who do, to really consider certain areas that can be really helpful to start to plan out. All right, so I'm just going to go over with a few. This is part 1 of this video. I'll do a part 2 of other areas that couples can really start to consider. And as you're building your family, as you're raising your children, these are things that you should sit down and really flush out. All right, so the first thing is financially, couples should really get clear about what they want their financial situation to look like in the next 5 years and what it looks like for them to build wealth. A lot of the couples that I work with are very successful. They make a very good living. They're able to accomplish a lot and purchase the things that they want, but they haven't really created a plan around retirement. They haven't really created a plan around building wealth. They haven't really created a plan around passing things down to their children. And so I would suggest to couples to really get clear about what it is that they want from their finances, when they want to pay their cars off, when they want to purchase a home, or when they want to pay off their mortgage, or when they want to get out of credit card debt. A lot of things like this are things that couples come to me with issues around, because their partner may have a different idea about what wealth looks like versus the other person. And so sometimes it's important to really sit down and talk about what this looks like, what your idea of this is, how your parents even went about this, and what it is that you want for your future. So first things first is get clear about your financial plan for the next 5 years. Number 2 is your mental health. Mentally, your mental health goals, those things that you want to accomplish in the next 5 years. Now, a lot of times when people are writing down their goals, they don't really make a section for mental health. A lot of times it's career, it's what they want to buy, it's where they want to travel to, but they're not really clear or haven't really made clear goals around their mental health. So think about the way that you are, the way that you operate, what you think about, what feelings come up for you, what negative thoughts or emotions that you may be facing. How's your sleep? How's your diet? How's your exercise? How are those things as it relates to how you function? And are you functioning at a high level? Do you feel good when you wake up in the mornings? Are you able to really manage stressors? Do you have a good coping skill kind of quality of life? Are you able to really manage those things that pop up in your life that are trying? How's your family life? How are things with the people that raised you or the people that are very close to you, your siblings? How's your work life? Mental health is a very broad subject. And so when I talk to couples about their mental health goals, a lot of times they're not really clear about that. But then when I start to ask a little bit more questions about their quality of life, we get very clear about the areas that are not very good. Mental health can be as simple as, like I said, your sleep schedule, down to how much energy you have, down to the way that you view yourself. So your own self-image and your self-confidence. So if you were to ask your partner, what are your mental health goals? See what they'll say, and even talk to your mate about the ways in which you want to improve your mental health as a couple and as a joint. All right. Another thing that couples work around as it relates to their 5-year plan is spirituality. So, where do they want to be as it relates to their spiritual practices? What beliefs do they want to continue to develop? What are the things that they want their children to know and to believe as well in order to keep them strong and keep them mentally strong? So, a lot of times my couples will tell me, yeah, we really need to get back into church, or yeah, we need to do these things, but they're not really making a plan around how to accomplish it. And so sometimes I will have them to say, in the next 5 years, what do you want your spiritual life to look like? And then from there, they have an idea of where they want to go. And so from then, they're able to kind of work backwards on the things that they can be doing now to accomplish that. All right. The last one that I would say for those couples who do not have children, or even who do, is family and family planning. So when it comes to creating life, bringing children into the world, or even the children that you have, what is it that you want your kids to experience in the next 5 years? So for some people, it's okay, in the next 5 years, we want to have these many kids, and we want them to live in this type of home. We want them to go to this type of preschool. It's really good to really map these things out about what it is that you want your family system to look like and what you want your kids to experience. Now, for those of you who already have children, you can think, okay, in the next 5 years, my child is going to be this age, and this is the life that I want them to be able to experiencing. So it could be as simple as, okay, my kid goes to public school, and in the next 5 years, I want them to experience private school life. Or in the next 5 years, my kid is going to be going off to college, and I don't want them to have to worry so much about student loans, and I want them to feel supported in their college experience. So maybe we should start going on college tours and getting them familiar with that. Or if you have a business and you're like, okay, in the next 5 years, my kid's going to be old enough to run the businesses. So now is a great time for them to get very familiar about what it is to grow a business, what it is to build a business, and even what it is to run the business that we currently have. So when you think about your legacy and you think about your kids, what are the things that you want them to have and experience in the next 5 years? All right. So guys, we talked about finances, we talked about your mental health, we talked about your spirituality, and lastly, we ended it off with your family and your family system. So if this is not something that you guys are talking about at your Sunday dinner, or even when couples have their check-ins that I am notorious for recommending, I would definitely suggest implementing it into the talks that you're having with your mate about what it is that you want your future to look like. Because if we don't plan, we're not able to necessarily create as effectively as we want to. So we can pray about these things, we can manifest these things, but we also have to take action and get clear about what the vision is. So I just want to encourage you guys that if you're doing this, I would love to know how it's going. And if it's something that you haven't really considered, I would love to know what's getting in the way, or if this is something that has inspired you to try it out. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And if you are wanting to build a relationship with a therapist that can really support you with enhancing your relationship, I would definitely suggest considering Atlanta Couple Therapy. So we are able to provide coaching to couples everywhere, and we are able to provide counseling to those couples who definitely want to deal with a marriage counselor, or who wants some support around creating the relationship that they ultimately said I do to if you're married, or even the relationship that you want to create if you are working towards that. So it's never too late to get into couples counseling. It just sucks if you never do, if it's something that you're wanting to consider. So I hope this video has inspired you to take a real hard look at your relationship and to think about the things that you want to create moving forward. So thank you guys so much, and I'll check in with you next time. Bye-bye.